doing the 4 steps for phrasing?
Probably, but I'd have to look them up. What are they again?
Let me review that and we'll close.
Okay.
All right, with phrasing, is she digital?
Yeah, she's on Zoom.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll just take, yeah, with phrasing, it's got to be led by you each day until they get it. So what that means, I'm going to take a higher book, Pep Baker, because I have it right here.
That's what I've been doing, but go ahead.
All right. So the first step, and you may be doing, first step is you just talk about phrases, answer the question, who, what, where, when, and why. Okay, did you do that?
I didn't ask her those questions, no, but I will.
Well, that's how you start what a phrase is. In other words, sentences are made of phrases, and the phrases answer the question, who, what, where, when, and why. And then what I do is I read a phrase like this. Let's go to, the air was crisp. What question does that answer? And he'll say, well, maybe what? The sky was dark. That could be when and what. And streetlights lit up. That may be where. The rolling fog is what? Autumn leaves crunched is what? As he walked, that's who. Up the long cobblestone streets is where. Lined with townhouses, where? Of many colors, what? While listening to Mozart, what? On his iPad. So we get across that phrases answer the question. Okay. Now, once we do that, we then read a phrase, and since she can't read with me, we'll read it and then have swing to have her read it. So do this with me, Kathleen. I'll read first. He walked by. Now your turn.
He walked by
Several houses.
Several houses.
Decorated for Halloween.
Decorated for Halloween.
Pep stopped.
Pep stopped.
For a second.
For a second.
At a house.
At a house.
That had a scarecrow.
That had a scarecrow.
Standing next to several graves.
Standing next to several graves.
And bat hanging.
Bats hanging.
From thin black lines.
From thin black lines.
In the trees. Now, once she can do that, then what I do is point to the end of the phrase, and she read, and this is what you'll be doing more daily. So go ahead, Kathleen, and read to my pointer.
Oh, was he seeing things? The scarecrow seemed to be moving. He laughed to himself. It must be the gentle wind. But then the bats hanging from the trees seemed to come to life.
Then I'll go back and read, and we'll do it. Okay, he cautiously came.
He cautiously came.
Closer to the house.
Closer to the house.
And stopped.
And stopped.
At the white picket fence.
At the white picket fence.
All right, go ahead to my cursor.
The wind had died down, but the scarecrow was still moving. Suddenly, Pep froze in his tracks. The scarecrow had pulled its stick out from the ground and was drifting towards him.
Then I lift my cursor up, step 4, and see how you do. I want you to try and phrase read now.
Okay. Pep nervously stood still and watched the scarecrow float toward the picket fence and stop. Next, several bats hanging from the trees broke free and flew at his head.
Then I can drop in and put my cursor. Go ahead.
Okay. He dropped to the ground and protected his head. When he pulled himself up using the fence, he saw the scarecrow lying on the ground near him and 6 fake bats on the sidewalk.
Then I can bring it up. So I need to do this regularly until she gets automatic in her phrasing.
Okay, great.
Step 1, what is a phrase answer? Step 2, I phrase, then she phrase to get the idea.
Okay.
Then 3, I put my cursor and she reads, and that's going to be where the bulk of your practice is. She swings your cursor, and after doing that, I'll lift it to see how she's doing, and then I'll come back for her to swing to my cursor, and I'll lift it, And that's what the bulk will be till she starts to get it. Then I no longer have to do that. Okay.
Okay. So I'm
Right.
going to preload and do the phrasing like this.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. We're about out of time. Anything else? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.